Clouds out and about, and anything's just a little bit warmer. Tires will be a little bit stickier with the track temperature going up as we get ready for Ignite Junior on the course. You'll hear some car noises in the background as well. That's Midwestern Council running their 10-hour enduro on the 2.1-mile South Circuit. Looking down pit road, we do see the junior karts getting ready. They will be staging here shortly for their qualifying session. It will be a 7-minute session. They ran a 5-minute session earlier on today. We'll have results from that a little bit later on. Kyle, you're going to be joining us as well throughout the length of the broadcast. So it looks like we will have karts on course shortly for the Ignite Junior. Immediately following Ignite Junior be Ignite Rookie at 10:13, 10:24, Honda Kid Kart, and Kyle going to have the open class come out for their qualifying session at 10:35.
All right, folks, you're definitely going to want to check out this race. This is the Ignite Junior class. We have some excellent drivers. They are going to be battling it out all the way for this, for qualifying. They want to get that top pole position, and they'll be out there for approximately 7 minutes for their qualifying session. And once again, the crowd favorites, pretty much everyone is, but you definitely want to keep an eye out for Zach Kabinski, Christian Weir, and Spencer McFarland. Don't count out Connor Willis. Connor Willis, he is kind of like a professor. He picks and chooses his moments to strike. He's very calculated. Don't count him out. You also have Caitlin Graybeal, who is another one that will quickly sneak up behind you and pass you without you even noticing it. And then Elsa Owens as well. She is in her just a few rookie races, so she's getting up to speed, doing pretty well for Elsa Owens. And looks like the drivers are getting in their karts, firing up their motors. They are about 30 seconds away before this qualifying session starts.
And again, it will be a 7-minute session. Karts on course, karts on course. So we're going to see karts start to have their green flag here shortly. An interesting practice session. Samuel Bowman's at second at points, 25 behind points leader Peanut Price. Fastest of all with a 27.728. Vaughn Price, I should say, with a 28.246. And Jackson Wolney showing up with a 28.588. So the kart's getting their warm-up in for this 7-minute qualifying session. They'll have the pre-final at 11:06, green flag's out. So we'll see who will qualify where for the pre-final. Again, it'll be a 12-lap session at 11:06. As right now, 6 karts have taken to the track. You got to watch out for this 8 of Spencer McFarland, the 99 of Connor Willis, Elsa Olsen in the 11, Zach Kabinski in the 00, that's 00, Christian Weir in the 32, and Caitlin Graybeal in the 19. Times are coming up for the first time. Right now, your fastest so far in this session is Spencer McFarland. Clocks in at 27.935, then Connor Willis with a 28.220. Actually moves Zach Kabinski to second with a 28.189. Which mentioned Connor Willis, he's in third in the 99 with a 28.220. Christian Weir, fourth in the 32 with a 28.728. Elsa Olsen with a 32.5. She's in the number 11 and sits fifth. Caitlin Graybeal, sixth in the number 19 with a 38.926. Your top 4, I should say, separated by 1.2 seconds. Top 3 by 0.6 of a second. Connor Willis goes to second. Third, actually, Zach Kabinski goes to the top with a 27.5.
System. So if you're looking to get involved in motorsports, Autobahn is the #1 place for driver development. Alan Bertinoli, he is the kart track manager, puts together a great program for new beginners. They go through what is called the karting camps. That's about a half-day program where they come, new members, new racers come out and drive their karts, kind of really learn the dynamics of their kart and also some racing strategies as well. So you're going to want to check that out, because the top 3 in this class are all graduates of that karting camp program, and it definitely shows. And as we're watching, looks like Spencer McFarland coming around turn 1 very clean, only to be chased by Elsa Owens as well. So a lot of action in this group. It's definitely going to be one to watch for when the racing starts for that pre-final coming up just shortly.
And during that, Zach Kabinski went to the top, 27.234. Spencer McFarland comes across the line, 27.273 is his best time. Still 0.039 seconds behind fast qualifier Zach Kabinski. It's halfway through the session, so a lot can happen as we have a 7-minute session. Each qualifying session will be 7 minutes in length. We're going to have Ignite Rookie coming up next. Christian Weir to the top, 27.1.
So if you're unfamiliar with karting and the Ignite Challenge program, this is the Ignite Juniors that are out right now. They are approximately 12 years old to 15 years old. This is a great feeder system into the Ignite Seniors, which is about 15 years and up. And after that, they can continue karting, or the great thing about Autobahn is if they wanted to move into closed wheel racing, open wheel racing, we've got it all here at Autobahn Country Club. So again, if you want your child to become a race car driver, professional driver, we have those systems in place for them to do that. Now, like Jeremy Scott mentioned before, the Ignite Rookies are going to be up just shortly once the juniors finish up on track. Ignite Rookies, they're about 8 years old to 12 years old in that class. And this is a spec series. So all of these karts have the exact same motor, and also they have to meet certain weight requirements as well. It's a spec tire, meaning they're all on the same tire, same chassis, everything's the same for the most part. So what it really boils down to is who is the best driver. And that also means that this is more inexpensive racing as well. You're not spending thousands of dollars on new motors every weekend like some of the other series. So it really lends it to driver development, and some of these drivers that have graduated from go-karts into open wheel and closed wheel have really done well for themselves, such as Britt Casey Jr., to mention a name. He is a factory Audi driver, so he's racing around the country in, is it World Challenge that he's in? The Pirelli World Challenge, I believe? Yeah, that's right. He also races IMSA as well. So one of the Autobahn prodigies that started here at the club and has moved on to bigger and better things. Now he comes out back to Autobahn, his home track, and does some racing with us as well. Also a little bit of coaching. So he gives back to Autobahn, and it's great to see him on the big screen racing. But right now, all eyes are on the kart track and these Ignite Juniors out there.
Well, and some of our recent success stories also include Jordan Mistig, who runs in Formula Regional Americas, FR Americas. You have Brandon Collins, who has become a Spec Miata champion, also racing in the SCCA Safe Racer National Championship for Spec Miata, doing quite well. I believe he finished in the top 10, not only at the June Sprints, but also in the recent Invitational Road America during IMSA weekend. Still green flag conditions right now. We're almost about ready to throw the checkers here in about 3 seconds. So we'll have provisional results for you as checker flag is out for the session. And right now, Christian Weir with a 26.9, Spencer McFarland with a 27.1, Zach Kabinski 27.2. Let's see if somebody else gets a fast time. Kabinski tries to better his time, not going to better his position. So the 00 of Kabinski with a 27.150. So right now, provisionally for the pre-final, it's going to be Christian Weir and Spencer McFarland in row 1, Zach Kabinski and Connor Willis in row 2, in row 2, Caitlin Graybiel and Elsa Olsen provisionally row 3. So the top 5 separated by 0.8 of a second. We are running the short course today. We'll talk more about that throughout the event. Right now, going to take a little bit of a break. Ignite Rookie will be next on the course. They also have a 7-minute session. Once again, Jeremy Scott, Kyle Nadeau here at the Autobahn Kart Circuit Autobahn for today's Autobahn member race. We're live on YouTube on the Autobahn Country Club app. 3 minutes have been given to the grid. And definitely tell your friends and family about this. This is a first here at the Autobahn Country Club, a live kart race here at Autobahn.
All right, one thing that I absolutely love about this kart league is these drivers, they're fierce competitors when they're out on track, but the moment they come off track, they are absolute friends. They're running around chasing each other in the paddock, tackling each other and having a great time. Parents are getting to know one another as well, and everybody helps each other out. So, yes, the racing is fierce and competitive, but at the end of the day, they're all friends. They're all here to have a good time, and that's what Autobahn Country Club's all about.
And that leads on to the semi-pro circuit and the pro circuit when they get up there because, yeah, you battle each other on the track, but at the same time, you're close friends off the track, and you get to help each other out. So it teaches these kids these values. I've been to different professional paddocks, and, you know, when you're watching on TV, you think, oh, they're fierce competitors. You get to the paddock, get to know these drivers. They're all close friends. They all came up together, so it's good. It's really teaching great values. Karts are going to be on the course shortly as the motors have started. A little bit of bump draft in there already in pit road. We'll have karts released shortly. Again, this is Ignite Rookie. Karts are headed onto the course for their 7-minute qualifying session.
All right, what we're looking at right now is turn 1. This is going to be the best location for passing as they come down that 850-foot-long straightaway. Now, Jeremy mentioned earlier that we are running a different configuration this morning. This is what we lovingly call the kidney bean track. Now, last year, Autobahn actually completely renovated this kart track with an addition. So the kart track, when run, is approximately 0.6 of a mile long, but these members want to change things up. They want to try different configurations. So we are running just the kidney bean. It's about 0.3 of a mile. And again, you're going to be wanting to watch turn 1 here because, again, great passing location. Looks like we have a couple of karts that have stalled just at the exit of turn 1. Yellow flag is out. It looks like these drivers are all doing a great job of avoiding that incident as we have some corner workers running out to assist that driver.
So times now kind of will be null at the because of the fact that we do have a yellow flag out on the course at start-finish. It is a 7-corner racetrack. We'll see if we go red here shortly, but looks like that we're going to stay yellow as the quarter marshals will restart our stranded kart. Actually, they're going to move it off to the course, drivers left, to get it started. As Kyle was saying, you know, there's different configurations. So if you take a look where the corner marshal is, there is a turn there. That turn left is for the longer course. Now, off in the distance, there's also a concrete patch which can also be extended to make the course a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult. As we're watching the karts come down the straightaway, and a nice little pan out. And it looks like they're just going to leave the kart there till the end of the session. So one kart not going to make a qualifying time. They'll start at the back of the pack. As now we are green flag racing, we can start off with watching the karts come around the course. So provisionally, Samuel Bowman, I should say, who was fast in practice, fast in qualifying so far, 27.681. Peanut Price, 28.143. Peanut is your points leader. The 14 of Vaughn Price at the 28.672, third fastest. Jackson Molney, 29.228. He's fourth and number 44. Gavin Gleitzman at the 51, 29.568. Owen Early in the number 8. He's 6th fastest with a 30.021. Michael Bass in the 12, 36.086. Francesco Rendina is 8th with no time yet, so we'll see. That was most likely our kart that was off course. The 12 is coming out on course as well. Bowman goes fast with a 27.475. Now we're going to start to see these fast times, especially with drivers drafting against each other. So Peanut Price with a 27.8. Vaughn Price 27.981. That's third quickest. That's his best time of the session so far. Have just under 3 minutes left in the session, so plenty of time for these drivers to get some quick laps in for the session. Honda Kid Kart's up next. That's a 7-minute session as well. So as we said, Bowman was fastest with 27.7. He sits second in points, 25 points back of our points leader, Peanut Price. Peanut has 2 wins on the season. He's finished on the podium every race this season with a second and a third. Also, Vaughn Price, about 10 points behind Samuel Bowman. Vaughn has a win, a second and a third. Fourth in points is Gavin Gleitzman, 65 points back of the leader, 30 points behind Vaughn Price. Gavin has a third place to his name. Also in the top 5 is Chase Garrison. 158 points behind the leader, 93 behind Gavin Gleitzman. Just shy of 2 minutes left in this session. Some fast lap times for drivers in the past lap. Jackson Wolney in the 44 with a 28.640. Early in the number 8 with a 29.659. Michael Bass in the 12 with a 31.306. So watching timing and scoring, we can confirm that the 23 of Rendina was the one that is off course. It's Bowman, Price, 1, 2, 3, 33, 3, and 14. What's interesting about Peanut Price and Vaughn Price, they both have F1 style paint schemes on their cart. So Peanut has the 3 of, at the time, was Daniel Ricciardo. And the 14 of Vaughn Price has a current McLaren paint scheme. So interesting to see how that works. A lot of drivers running the stock Ignite paint scheme. Some have blacked out color, some have others, but keep an eye on the Price kids as they have F1 as they run their F1 style schemes. 30 seconds left in the session. Again, it's still Samuel Bowman with a 27.4. See if anybody logs a fast time this time. I think times are going to settle. Actually, Bass just proves me wrong. 31.172 is his fast time in the number 12 so far. So we're going to have a little bit of a downtime to retrieve the 23, sitting off course in turn number 1. Next time these rookies will be on the course as the checker flag falls will be 11:18 for an 8-lap pre-final. Bass goes even faster, 30.425, still sits in 7th place. But everybody kind of staying steady with their times, as all karts have seen the checker flag. So going to go out and retrieve the 23, and then we'll get back to our qualifying session, Honda Kid Kart. Once again, we thank you for watching the Autobahn Country Club YouTube page. We're live at the kart circuit Autobahn for race number 5 of the Autobahn Karting Series. You can catch up with timing and scoring on your Apple, Android, or Windows mobile-powered device. Beautiful day here at the Autobahn Country Club. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, Honda Kid Kart. Different classes here in the Autobahn karting series. Here at the kart circuit, Autobahn. So it's great to see the youth coming through. Also, the karting series is a great feeder for the Autobahn Racing Series, which features the big cars. You can run Spec Miata, Formula cars, Radicals, and GT Challenge cars. Tomorrow will be a GT Challenge doubleheader. You can follow that on Race Monitor on your Apple, Android, or Windows mobile power device. And that's how we're following today's racing, is on Race Monitor. Well, cars have been given the signal to start, so you'll hear the motors shortly. And again, this will be a 7-minute session. And karts are on course. Lisa Kaminski with a little bit of bounce to the number 88 to get that kart going. Well, the green flag is out. Kabinski, Rendina, Kelly, and Rhodes are on the course. Kabinski, class out of his own right now. Kelly, Rendina, and Rhodes all draft off each other. We'll see if that helps him out with the times, though. Not sure if that is going to work. Chris Cerdak decides to show up. Looking pretty good, buddy. You taking a year to go karting. How's life for you so far?
Life couldn't be any more fantastic. Got a 2-year-old daughter who's beautiful and saying new words every day. And Bill Cosby was right about poo-poo stinking later on in life.
So what advice do you have to give to our soon-to-be new father, Kyle Nadeau?
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Second of all, help change diapers.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Third of all, plenty of shoulder massages for the wife.
I think I've gotten the foot rub technique down.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
but yes, we are expecting a baby boy come January of next year. We're very excited. This is our first child, and my lovely wife, who is watching this live stream right now. Hi, honey. But yeah, any parenting advice? Now, I will state that we've already talked about getting little Kyle Jr. possibly in a go-kart, because we start him out at the age of 6. So, but we're already in the womb. We're prepping.
Whoa. Kyle Jr., are you trying to set him up for failure already?
No. I really hope he takes after his, at least his mother's good looks, because if he's stuck with this face, he better be funny or have a great personality, something. But
My wife is mildly terrified because every time I watch MotoGP with our daughter is riveted and just shaking her arms like she wants to be on one of the motorcycles.
Well, Dad, you ride motorcycles.
I do.
You have a Ducati, if I recall.
Oh, yes.
Have you done any motorcycle track days or racing?
Oh, yeah. I used to race them. Stopped about 8-9 years ago and started getting into Formula cars more.
All right. So now, Chris, you currently run the Autobahn Wings and Things race in your Pro Mazda. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's been fantastic. For the last 7 years that I've been a member here, we've had Formula Mazdas, Pro Formula Mazdas. We're currently in the Pro Kart, and it is a true race car. It's completely adjustable to your driving style, plenty of power, plenty of G's through the turns. It's, I think, easily the most exciting amateur race car you can drive.
Well, I do want to talk about that Pro Formula Mazda. What is the difference for those watching between going from a kart into a Formula Mazda to the Pro Formula Mazda?
So I think the best route for an aspiring driver is to go from the four-cycle racing in an open chassis class like the C10A or Maxxis, Route 66, then moving into something like a Formula Mazda. Formula Mazda, they'll learn gearbox, suspension dynamics. It's the perfect platform for them to move into after they cut their teeth in karting.
And how's your season going so far?
Season's going great. Just got full today, so having some fun, smiling in my helmet, and just going to keep it up. Just flat.
Chris, thanks for joining us. We'll get back to the racing, and Easton Gabinski so far, fast time, 32.2.
Chris.
Yeah, I'll call you. Definitely. I'm working from home now, so. So am I. Oh, all right, fantastic. Nice. Kabinski, Rendina, Rhodes, and Kelly, your top four. Kabinski, as we said earlier, Kabinski kind of ran off on his own, and so far so good. It's looking pretty good. As Rendina, Rhodes, and Kelly were the ones that were bunched up together. We've got about more than a minute left in this session. So we see the Kabinski's doing well. Of course, you have Easton, Zach Kabinski, and even Dad Brian, Brian came up through the ASA, into World Challenge. He's done a lot of road course racing. So the Kabinski name in the Midwest really synonymous when it comes to racing. So it's good to see the second generation Kabinskis coming up through the ranks. Brian's dad is here today supporting the kids. I just want to make sure so I know I'm
Walked on top of each other today? And I'm old.
Can you see that?
You notice it?
No, that can't.
Thanks for letting me know.
So your top three, actually the whole field separated by 1.5 seconds as we are just seconds away from the checkers. We'll see that come out. Just a quick yellow for a spin and go as we were talking to Chris Serdanik. Checker flag is out for this qualifying session.
Out from here, and then to my goggles, do you have it another way to flip?
So all 4 carts will see the checkers. As Easton Kabinski, the first one to see it. 32.2 is his fast time of the session. James Kelly with a 33.737. See what Cortez Rhodes and Rendina can do. Well, Rhodes and Rendina do no better. 32.7 out of Rhodes. Rendina 33.0. So right now provisionally for the pre-final, which will take place at 11:27 for 8 laps. As we just got switched over for our session here. So for the provisionally, it's going to be Easton Kabinski and Cortez Rhodes on row 1 for the pre-final, and Dario Rendina and James Kelly in row 2. So Kyle, the approach of Kabinski going out solo really did help him in getting a fast time for the session.
You know what, the entire Kabinski family, they are very focused on strategy, and so it was a bold move to do that. But another person to be watching out for is Cortez Rhodes in that green and white cart. Now, typically on a good weekend, Cortez Rhodes, the entire Cortez clan comes out here. They have a great cheering support section where there's usually about 12 people out here. They've got jackets and pom-poms all cheering on their son, Cortez Rhodes, and also helping out all these other drivers. And like I alluded to earlier, the camaraderie here between these racers is unparalleled. It's just a whole lot of fun. But I honestly love the kid kart racing because you see these little kids, and I mean, they can barely hold their heads up because their helmets are so heavy. But you know, they're out there, they're racing against each other, and then they come in, and a lot of times they just give each other big hugs because it really truly is a karting family here at Autobahn.
And yeah, watching the Rhodes family over the past several years now, all my time as a track announcer has been on the big track. This is my first, full disclosure, first time announcing here on the kart track, something I've been bugging Kyle to do over the past several years, by the way. It's been interesting over the years, especially during the award ceremonies, to see the Rhodes family here supporting Cortez. And that alone is just, you know, fantastic to see that happen. As right here at the broadcast center, we're actually watching the drone. You'll get to see it throughout the broadcast. I will say this. I don't know if you've watched any Trans Am or SVRA racing, but they've been incorporating a drone in their shot. That is so cool that we're finally seeing drone usage. The people are accepting drone usage.
Well, absolutely. Now, it is a special circumstance that we do have drones because obviously safety is our #1 priority.
Yep.
But soon, This is all experimental, but soon we're hoping to get you some live footage from the drone so you can see kind of a bird's eye view of what these drivers are doing and kind of experience the racing yourself. And this is another way that Autobahn is taking that next step into the 21st century and offering this new technology. We're kind of staying on the forefront of this technology and bringing all of this fantastic imagery to you live. Now, jumping back over to grid, this is the open class, which we run as a chase race series. If you're unfamiliar with the chase race, we can talk about that here shortly.
Oh, the chase race is so fun. Karts are on course, and this is actually the race I've been looking forward to the most. Quad wheel-to-wheel racing is awesome, but I have to say, the chase race format has to be one of the most exciting in all of motorsports. So the key is, okay, so right now we have 4 karts on track.
Well, let me jump in here.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
what the chase race primarily is, as you'll see, we have some Ignite karts out there. Also, there's a 2-stroke kart. This is kind of a catch-all open class, and how it's run is similar to drag racing with a bracket race. So these drivers are going out there qualifying right now. They're trying to get not necessarily the fastest lap, but their most consistent lap. Okay, so they're going to have a lap time. Doesn't matter what it is, but when the chase race starts, essentially they are going to get 9 laps, and in those 9 laps, you want to run your qualifying lap time. Let's call it just an even 28 seconds. Okay? So you go out there, you run a 28-second lap. We want you to do that for 9 laps. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're first or last out on track, and it doesn't matter if people are passing you. You just want to focus on running specifically 28-second lap time, or whatever your lap time actually came out to be. With that, then we run your lap times through an Excel spreadsheet. There's a formula that is way advanced for me.
Over my pay grade.
Exactly. So I'm really glad for that Excel spreadsheet. But we click a button, does some calculations, and it determines a winner. Now, to prevent any sort of, dare I say, sandbagging out there, there's penalties if you go faster than your 28-second qualifying lap time.
Now, I know that when we do the chase race with the big cars, it's a 2-second gap. Is that still the same here in the kart series?
It's actually minimized since we're running a shorter course. It's minimized down to 1 second. So if you ran, again, for example, that 28-second lap time, you're allowed to go 27 seconds, but not 26.9. If you go faster than that 1 second penalty time allows, you will get penalized, and that's going to definitely affect the outcome of the race.
Now, with all the corners, I know that you can't pass in the corners of the chase race. Is there open passing?
It is open passing, but what we do is we cover up any sort of timing device, because some of these karts have what is known as a micron system on their karts, which essentially is a data acquisition system right on the steering wheel. We cover that up so that way you don't have, and there's no watches or any timing devices allowed, because that would be an unfair advantage. So really it boils down to you being a consistent driver. And a lot of these drivers, the Graybeals in particular, they've been trying to crack the code and figure out the best way to, to win a chase race, whether it's to go out there and try and run your fastest lap, to try and run maybe a slower lap. It's really a mind game, and
All right,
you know what? They haven't been able to figure out a best strategy. Neither have I, and so it makes for a great series.
They need to go talk to Ed Dunn on the good formula for that, because he seems to have that nailed down perfectly.
Well, actually, Ed would be great. Also, another person is Mark Basso as well.
Yeah.
He's won 4 out of the last 5 chase races that we've had on the big track. Now, pretty shortly, you're going to see on your screen, looks like we have that drone up and running, and you are getting a God's eye view looking straight down. You can watch these karts run around on track.
You know, the last time I saw a view like that, I was actually reporting on traffic over Interstate 80. So this is a fantastic view. You see all 7 corners of the facility. Now we're back to turn number 1, and now we go back to the overhead view from our drone. So we do have 1 kart on the course, actually 2 karts on the course right now. Looks like the 84
of Eric Owens. Now, Eric Owens is not only racing in this chase race, the open class, but also the Ignite Seniors, which he is going to be fighting very hard in that senior class. We'll let you know why when that race starts, but he's definitely going to be gunning for one of the top spots today.
As we look at the time so far, Ray Martinez in the 00 with a 23.985. Eric Owens with a 26.611. John Graybeal with a 29.641. Heidi Graybeal 29.898. I had to take my iPad under some shade because it decided it was too hot for it to work. So that's interesting to see that.
It is a beautiful day out.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
got
the
lucky.
sun is shining,
Oh,
as
we
you
got
can
lucky.
see. It is temperatures are starting to rise, but typically with the Kart League races, we start at 9 a.m., go to about noon. That way everyone can get their races in, and then head on up to the clubhouse for a fantastic lunch and check out. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on today.
This is like
on the South track, we have Midwestern Council. They are running an endurance race on our 2.1 mile South track. On North track, the members have the North track, and they're out there practicing because tomorrow we are actually having a doubleheader GT race, which is always certainly a fun one to watch. As the big ground pounders, the GT cars, you know, that's where you got your Corvettes, your Ferraris, your Porsches. All of those high horsepower cars are going to be coming out playing for that doubleheader tomorrow.
And we'll talk more about the Autobahn Racing Series. We alluded on it a little bit more, but I have to say, you know, I'm an open wheel guy, but I still love the ground pounders. Those are some of my favorites, especially my favorite is watching the Trans Am Series race here 10 years ago. Holy cow, it's been 10 years since we've had a pro race here at the Autobahn Country Club. It was fantastic.
Now, I did want to make mention, as we're watching the track right now, looking at turn 1, as Eric Owens and Ray Martinez are still out on track. Ray Martinez, you will see in that black helmet and black and orange driving suit with the blue kart, you'll see he's significantly faster. That's because he's driving a 2-stroke go-kart. Again, this is that open class chase race format, so we accept all different types of go-karts. So it's not primarily just Margay Ignite Challenge karts, but in this class, it is a open to all different types of karts. Now, I believe he's running an Miami motor, which is a significantly faster. Put it in perspective, these Ignite karts with the LO206 motor produce about 10 horsepower. Ray Martinez's kart is producing about 35 horsepower. So significant speed difference there, and that's why the chase race format works so well, because again, it comes down to just running consistent lap times.
And Ray Martinez fastest with a 23.970. Eric Owens 26.584. John Graybeal 29.641. Heidi Graybeal 29.898. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and 10:51 will be the pre-final for Ignite Masters and Ignite Seniors as the field is starting to grid up, Kyle.
Now, how the pre-final and final format works here at Autobahn. The pre-final is, so of course they go out, they set their qualifying lap times. You want the fastest lap time, so you can get on, you'd be the first one out. That is called pole position, and you get to choose whether or not you want to be on the inside or outside racing lines. Different drivers like being on either side of the track, so it's the driver's choice, but typically pole position will choose the inside line. Now, once they're done with qualifying, which they are, we move into the pre-final race. Now, the pre-final for the Ignite Seniors coming up, that is a 15-lap race around this 0.3 of a mile track, and the finishing order determines the grid for the final race. Now, points for the overall championship are awarded based solely off of the final race. So obviously you want to do well in qualifying, so you get a good grid position for the pre-final, and then you want to finish well in the pre-final, so that way you are in potentially the top spot for the final, and hopefully on the podium at the end of the day.
And taking a look at the Ignite Masters, Ignite Seniors grid, I'm going to pull that up right now. Again, race monitor for your Apple, Android, or Windows mobile power device. That is the best way to look at it. Chris Serdenik, your pole sitter, he'll be alongside Eric Owens in the 84, so it looks like Serdenik will take the inside, headed into the right-hander, turn 1. Row 2, the 24, Jordan Mistag will be alongside the 42 of Ray Martinez. Row 3, Kellen Weinberger in the 36, be alongside Mitch Graybiel in the 17. And the last row, Robert Cipriani in the 55 will sit alongside Claudio Musto. So 8 karts will take to the track here shortly, as we are seeing some karts, Kyle, already gridding up this morning.
Absolutely. Now, me personally, as a driver, I always like being early to grid. That way I can get in the kart, get settled, take a deep breath, and then focus on the race at hand. Now, for those of you just joining us, once again, this is Autobahn Country Club. This is the 5th Kart League race of the season, and we run primarily the Margay Ignite chassis. So it's a spec chassis, and we follow their rules. So it's spec chassis, spec tires, spec motor, and if you're unfamiliar with what that means, basically all of these karts are the exact same, except for the actual setup, meaning, you can change just a few things out there to kind of personalize it and make it more towards your driving style. Now, again, the kart track down here, we have our own instructors as well, so if you wanted to work with them to learn how to get faster and some of these tips and tricks to make your kart faster and you personally faster, they can provide that for you. It's all about convenience here, because we can store your kart for you, we can maintain your kart for you, and we can work with you and show you how to go faster as well.
Well, Kyle, say I'm not a member. How do I get on track?
Well, that's a great question. There's a couple of different routes you can do. So if you wanted to participate in a series like this, you would need to become a karting member, which there's information on our website on how to do that. But also, in the evenings, after 5 p.m., Wednesday through Sunday, you can come out here, and we have a fleet of 25 rental karts that you and your friends can come out here. It's an arrive and drive. You come in, you register, you put your helmet on, and you are running around this 0.6 of a mile go-kart track under the lights, mind you. As you'll see around the track, you'll see some of these great light poles that we have, and so the rental karts are available from 5 to 10 p.m., and I gotta tell you, we've got some beautiful nights here, and seeing this kart track lit up, racing under the lights at about 9:30 p.m. is just absolutely fantastic. You're gonna wanna come out and check it out. All of the information is on the Kart Circuit Autobahn website, so definitely go check that out. Also, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe right here to this YouTube channel to get great content.
So we're just a couple minutes away from pre-final number 1. It's Ignite Masters, Ignite Seniors. It'll be a 15-lap race, 7 turns on the short circuit. You're going to see some interesting racing. Now, we've talked about some areas to watch out for. We're looking at the drone right now down the front straightaway. Now, as you see on the front straightaway, the karts will come at you. If we can turn a quick 180 on the drone real quick, Kyle.
Well, actually, I wanted to mention that straightaway, that's 850 feet long. These karts are reaching speeds close to 55 miles an hour. So
yeah, that's fast. So you see turn 1 there at the bottom of your screen. That's where they'll turn right. They'll set up for turn number 2 and into 3. Now, in the left, that's the longer circuit. We're not going to worry about that today. You're going to see some S's. Into turn 6, you'll go right, and then right again in turn 7. That's going to be a complete lap. We've seen lower 20s for lap times today. Going to be interesting to watch the start. As you see to your right, the karts are staging for the race.
So pre-finals coming up here just shortly. As we look out over onto the grid area, you'll see these drivers getting ready. Now, Eric Owens in that 84 purple and black kart, going to want to keep an eye on him. and also Robert Cipriani. Now, Cipriani is in a white helmet, black suit. They're going to be battling it out because this race is going to determine a very special opportunity for these drivers. Now, one of the performance shops on hand is called Havoc Motorsports, and they specialize in open-wheel race cars, specifically Formula Mazdas and also Pro Mazdas, similar to the one that earlier Chris Serdenik, when we were interviewing him, similar to what he drives. Now, Havoc Motorsports has been very generous this year and is offering a free testing day in a Formula car to the Ignite Senior Champion halfway through this racing series. And right now, battling for that spot is Eric Owens and Robert Cipriani. They are 5 points away from each other. So definitely keep an eye on those two because they will be battling it out.
And really, for anything Hoosier needs, for Formula car needs, definitely log on to Havoc.motorsport.com for more information. And Jody and the guys will take care of you there. All right, so we got the word that the carts have started for the pre-final for Ignite Masters, Ignite Seniors. Again, this is going to be a 15-lap race as Kyle goes up to the start stand. Once again, here's how they are looking for the pre-final. Chris Serdenik is on the pole. That's there goes the 84. Row 2, 24, Jordan Missig. The 42 of Ray Martinez. Row 3, the 36 of Kellen Weinberger. And the 17 of Mitch Graybeal. And row 4, the 55 of Robert Cipriani. And the 3 of Claudio Musto. Carts are headed out. They are lining up, warming up. Eyes on the starters. We watch the field in the drone. We'll get ready for that start of today's first race of the day. Field bunch up nice and tight around turn number 6. They'll come out of turn number 7 as the front row of Serdenik and Owens slows the field down. 21 and 84, 1 and 2. Coming down on to turn number 7. Eyes on the starter as they wait for the green flag. Here it is. Green flag is out. And Serdenik with a little bit of a jump. He gets pushed, and we're going 3 wide for second place. As your leader is Serdenik. Then it's Missig in second place. Third place looks like it's Weinberger. So Weinberger with a good start so far. And Missig has launched into first place. Your points leader, Jordan Missig, sits in first. Second, Serdenik. A great showing from him. He was really excited, as we heard early on. Single file now through the rest of the field as they have really decided to sort themselves out. So far, lap 1, it's Missig, Serdenik, Weinberger, your top 3. And that's Owens, Martinez, Graybeal, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Looks like Weinberger going to see what he can do with Serdenik. He looks to the inside, now outside. Tries to go side by side coming out of turn number 5. As Missig has opened up a 5-6 cart length gap already. Side by side for second place as here goes the 21 Serdenik around the inside of Weinberger. Makes the pass stick. And Weinberger loses one more spot. Looks like to Owens, but Owens goes a little high in turn number 1 as Weinberger still not done dispatching of the 21 of Serdenik. So this is a good battle. Owens tries to take a look to the inside there. And really Missig in a time zone of his own right now as he comes across the line. We look into turn number 1. So far so good. Owens looks to the inside of Weinberger. You also have Martinez trying to look the inside of Owens to get up to that 4th spot. But Weinberger, he's on that back bumper of Serdenik. As it looks like Graybeal going to try to get around Martinez. That's for 4th place. As they come across the line, it is a 17 of Graybeal up to 5th. Martinez to 6th. And it looks like the 42 Owens, I should say. Martinez. He's going to try and get that spot back from Graybeal. Not going to make anything happen. He's got to deal with the 55 of Cipriani around turn number 6. Still watching this great battle for second place as well. We are at 5 laps in with Missig leading, and you are seeing him as they come around turn number 1. A little wide by the 42 of Martinez. He's going to lose that spot to Cipriani. Oh, 1, 2, and 3 still remain. Missig, Serdenik, and Weinberger. As Weinberger gets a little loose coming out of turn number 1, sets up for turn number 2. Your top 4, and really the rest of the field have spaced out so far in this pre-final. Ignite Junior is going to be next for the 12-lap pre-final, but right now we are watching the Ignite Masters and the Ignite Seniors. Serdenik looks like he's trying to catch up to Missig. 3/10 of a second separate the 24 and the 21. Also, a little bumping from the 36 onto Eric Owens. Owens now is in the 3rd place as we are going to go to turn 1. Watch that battle right now. Here comes Serdenik. He's caught up to the 24 Missig. 1 to 2 Kart length separates the 2 drivers. As we'll see if Serdenik has anything for Missig. Serdenik goes a little bit to the inside. Still not going to make anything happen, but if we're traveling through 2 and 3, Serdenik looks really fast through the S's. Halfway flags are in the air. It's 24, 21, 84, your top 3. Missig, Serdenik, Owens. Let's see if Serdenik can get the draft here off of turn number 1 as you're watching this on your screen. Battle coming into view right now is Serdenik about 1 to 2 car lengths behind, not close enough to even think about touching that lead battle so far. But Serdenik able to get close, bump off of 3 and 4. He's on that back bumper into turn number 6. But Missig able to open up a little bit of a gap. Here comes Serdenik to the inside. Not going to make a pass happen, or will he? No. Missig looked to his right and said, nope, I'm going to make a defensive move into turn number 1. So Serdenik's got to sit back and try and get around the 24 of Missig. As we see karts for the Ignite Junior making their way onto the grid right now, watching this battle. Here comes Serdenik. He's not close enough to make anything happen. He's still going to draft around with Missig 1 and 2. As those two working their way around the course into turn number 6, now through turn number 7. Here comes Missig. Oh, a little bit of bomb away from both of them. Missig's going to let Serdenik take the high line around turn number 1 as Missig gets a good line, but that kind of affected his exit speed. Here comes Serdenik, a little bump in turn number 3. Through turn number 6. And we'll see if Serdenik has anything left. Going to try a slingshot move here. Yeah, once again, Missig going to make Serdenik go around the outside. This time he might let it happen. Serdenik at the line, 0.031 seconds. Missig, though, takes the lead back. Looks like going to see another bump in turn number 3. This is a fantastic battle for the lead here in the pre-final. Of course, Missig taking some time off from the FR Americas month-and-a-half layoff. Here we go once again. Missig knows what he's doing. He's going to let Serdenik to the inside, and Missig's going to go just a little bit deeper. I'll tell you what, if I'm Serdenik, I'm thinking about going even more to the inside. Final lap coming up. We'll see who has it at the line. 0.008 seconds separated the 24 and the 21. Eyes on the leader. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Serdenik to the inside. 0.006 separates him. Does Serdenik have the lead? No. Missig shuts the front door on him through turn number 1. And I think that may be it. Cal Weinberger makes his way up to 4th around Mitch Graybiel as well. That's another good battle taking place as we watch the checker flag come out. And Jordan Missig takes the pre-final over Chris Serdenik. Eric Owens is in 3rd, the 84. 4th, Mitch Graybiel, the 17. 36 of Colin Weinberger, 5th. 6, Robert Cipriani, the 55. Ray Martinez, 7th, the 42. And in 8th, the 3 of Claudio Musto that's your field so far, and it looks like that will be the lineup for the next race. The final comes up at 11:50. It's a 23-lap final. Coming up next, Ignite Junior. That's going to be in about 7 minutes. So see a little bit of a break. But a thrilling race in Ignite Masters, Ignite Seniors. Ignite Junior, be up next. Alongside Spencer McFarland in the number 8, that's row 1. Row 2, the 00, Zach Kabinski, and the 99, Connor Willis. Row 3, Caitlin Graybeal in the 19, and Elsa Olson make up row number 3. So we'll be on the inside, McFarland on the outside, as 3 minutes have been given to the grid. So we'll see The carts start here shortly. Again, welcome to today's live coverage of the kart race number 5 at Kart Circuit Autobahn. I'm Jeremy Scott alongside Kyle Nadu. We're going to have the pre-final for Ignite Junior. It's a 12-lap race. And if you're looking for timing and scoring, Apple, Android, or Windows mobile power devices, get Race Monitor. You will most likely have to subscribe if you're not doing so already. But Kyle, the good thing about Race Monitor, you get more races than just Autobahn. You get to see SCCA races. You get to see some pro races. You get to see NASA. You get to see Porsche Club of America. You get to see races all over the world even.
Absolutely. It's a great app that you want to download. Jeremy, sounds like you're a salesman for Race Monitor, so hopefully you get a little bit of a kickback, and so do I.
I've been using Race Monitor for years. It's one of my favorite timing and scoring events. Real quick, I do want to talk to the pre-final winner of Ignite Masters Ignite Seniors, Jordan Missing. Dude, that was a heck of a race there you had with Chris. Saw a couple times you made him go to the outside.
Yeah, no, heck of a job by Chris to be able to hang with us, and heck of a race by all of us. You know, we put on a good performance for us, but yeah, I had to pull a little defensive maneuvers down the straightaway, try to bring a little bit of draft and hold my position going into turn 1, keeping the outside. But at the end, he just figured out my move, tried to pull it to the inside, but I didn't know how to move up my sleeve to get him on the outside and won. Some
great racing right there. Now, Jordan Missick, not only has you are a multiple karting champion here at Autobahn. Is it 2-3 years in a row?
3 years in a row, yeah. 2016 to 2018 was the championship.
So not only do you race karts here, but also you race in some of our other series.
Yeah, no doubt. I raced a couple races in Miata, and now I'm racing in the Radical Sports Car Series here at Autobahn, the Radical Series as well. I was the 2019 champion, last year's champion, so looking to defend my title this year. But yeah, again, great experience here at the Autobahn, and can't ask for any more.
And is it too soon to call you the Linus Lundqvist of the kart series?
You know, I've heard that name so many times, and it's kind of like it sticks to my head a lot after being with the Formula Regional Series. But yeah, I guess you could say I'm the Linus Lundqvist of the kart series here at Autobahn. But no, I mean, it's really good achievement for all these guys to be out here to kind of build where they have and come so long to be able to compete now at the level that I'm competing at. It makes this karting series and everybody here at Autobahn a lot more competitive.
All right, we're going to get into racing. Jordan, thanks, man. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. Here we go. It is the Ignite Junior pre-final, 12 laps. As the field working their way around turn 7. Eyes on the starter. As the field nice and tight, coming down the front straightaway. Green flag is out, and we're back underway. Christian Weir with a little bit of a jump on the inside. He's got Zach Kavinsky tucking in behind him. So right now your top 3, a little battle for second place between Kavinsky and McFarland. As it comes to turn number 2, Kavinsky takes that edge into turn number 3. So right now, single file, it's Weir, Kavinsky, and McFarland. 1, 2, 3 eyes around turn number 6 as we're watching the field come down the straightaway on our drone cam. And here they come, single file formation. Nobody popping out of line just yet. Still early in this pre-final. You see a lot of the karters, McFarland looks to the inside of Kavinsky as Kavinsky, Andretti hand in the air saying, what was that all about? So, this battle for second place has given Weir a chance to open up a gap about 10 kart lengths as they come around turn number 7. So we'll watch this battle for second place, see if Zach Kavinsky, the 00, can catch up to Ada McFarland, and not able to make it happen through turn number 1. Willis, though, looks like he's trying to catch up and get onto that top 3 spot. Again, we're settling who's going to grid where for the final race. It is a 16-lap race at 12:10 with the Ignite Junior. Looks like Kavinsky has a little bit of a run into turn number 1. He's not going to make a look to the inside. The difference between he and McFarland, Kavinsky, a little bit shorter, so better slipstream for him. But he is catching up in turn number 6 as Kavinsky looks a little bit to the outside, but still doesn't make anything happen. Although Zach Kavinsky did run the fastest time, 27.280. McFarland dips down, trying to get a better slipstream. Working their way through the S's. Once again, That is Connor Wills in the 99, Caitlin Graybeal in the 19, Elsa Olsen in the 11. Yellow flag is out as Olsen with a quick spin and go. Back underway. Field strung out, and you do see to the right of your screen the Ignite rookies coming to the grid. So we'll have their pre-final following this after a short break. You see this part of the South Circuit on your screen right now. 2.1 miles in length. That's where Midwestern Council doing their 10-hour enduro race. You see the leaders coming into picture here shortly. There they are, coming around turn number 6 and into 7. We see that Kabinski. We're trying to hold off McFarland. So McFarland and Kabinski have caught up to our leaders. Gonna watch this battle around the circuit. As we do see them come into focus, Weir was able to get through turn number 1 and open up that extension of the lead. 27.030 out of Zach Kabinski. He is your fastest racer. Third on the screen. Eyes around turn number 7 as the field coming down to complete yet another lap. 8 laps in, 4 laps to go for this race. Little slide job out of the 32 of Weir coming around turn number 6 to see if that hurts him on the exit speed. It does not, but McFarland still keeping close with 3 laps to go as we see them come around turn number 1. McFarland takes a look to the inside, not going to make anything happen as they head off into turn number 2. We're watching them as they come around 3, 4, and into 5. McFarland about 2-3 car lengths behind. He takes a little bit of a higher line around turn number 6, as you see, now into 7. So that gap as we go to 2 laps to go. McFarland actually ran the fastest lap last time by 26.923. And we're sensing that these guys are really coming up on him. Battle for fifth place now as Graybeal has gotten around Olsen. Could we see a battle in turn number 1? Our eyes are on your leaders headed down the start-finish straight now as Weir have to hold off McFarland. McFarland does not make anything happen. He's on that rear bumper around turn number 1, now into 2. McFarland with the fastest lap of this race, again, 26.8. Now through 5 and into 6. Gonna watch see if these two get to see if these two can make anything happen into turn number 1. As you see, McFarland looks to the inside, side by side. Great move as Spencer McFarland takes the lead with the finish coming up here shortly. A last lap pass out of McFarland. Can he hold off? Weir slides a little bit. Weir catches up in turn number 7 at the line. It looks like Weir's going to look to the inside, and at the line, it is at the line, it looked like it was McFarland, but timing is showing Christian Weir. So we'll see if we can get an official word. So again, from our eyes, it looked like it was McFarland over Weir. Photo finish at the line, but timing and scoring is showing Christian Weir over Spencer McFarland, 0.041 seconds. So we'll see if we can get a confirmation. Pound they do coming down to talk to us about that. Night Rookie coming up next. Kyle, I've got to ask you real quick. At the line, it looked like it was Spencer ahead of Christian. What did it look like to you down there?
I think your eye doesn't lie. Spencer McFarland was able just to squeak out that win. We're going to get the official results here from timing, but looks like Spencer was able to just narrowly beat out Christian Weir right as the checkered flag came out. So that was a close one. Definitely one reason you want to be watching. According to timing, the margin for victory was 3/1000ths of a second.
Wow.
So what a fantastic finish between those two competitors.
All right, we're going to get the official word from timing and scoring here shortly. But while we do that, let's talk about the rest of the field. Zach Kabinski, third in the 00. Connor Willis in fourth in the 99. Caitlin Graybeal in the 19. Fifth, sixth, Elsa Olsen. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We've got 4 minutes before Ignite Rookie takes to the course.
Yeah, the ball is great here. I can see what I'm doing. That's what I'm asking you. What's easier for you? If I try to chase him around the track.
Running, we will head off as the carts are on the course. We see the carts coming on to the track from pit road as our drone is heading into position. I'm going to want to take some time to welcome you to Kart Circuit Autobahn. I'm Jeremy Scott. Caroline, you'll be joining us throughout the duration of the race. Tell your friends, tell your family about the inaugural live stream of the Kart Circuit Autobahn. As Quarter Marshal slowing down the field. Samuel Bowman, Pina Price again in row 1. Row 2, Vaughn Price and Owen Early, 14 and 8. Row 3, the 51 of Gavin Gleitzman, the 44 Jackson Molney. And row 4, the 12 of Michael Bass. Tied up down the front straightaway. And we're looking for it. There it is. There's a green flag, and we're already 2-3 wide as Pina Price makes an early jump on Samuel Bowman, side by side for second place. As we got a spinner. It's the 14 of Vaughn Price. He makes some contact, but everybody's back and underway. So we'll get confirmation on who is where right now. You're looking at the lead battle between Pina Price and Samuel Bowman. Price has it. Bowman wants it off into turn number 7. See if Bowman makes anything happen through turn number 1. He looks to the inside. They're going to go nose to tail through turn number 1. So a nice entry by the 33 of Samuel Bowman. As we're watching that battle, you have that battle for the lead, a battle for 4th place. Further back in the field, but this is the battle that we're watching right now up front around turn number 7. About a 4 to 5 kart length gap, I should say, separates the 33 and the 3. Bowman with the fastest lap that past time by as they cross the line, and Bowman again against Peanut Price. So to get onto what Kyle was saying, you see the start stand, the green tower, and then about 25 to 50 feet downstream is where we're watching for the timing line. All right, so we see the 14 of Vaughn Price going around Owen Yearly on the outside of turn number 4, and Vaughn Price with a pre-race lap 1 spin, trying to make up some time. He's up to 4th now. Let's see if he can get up and catch Jackson Woolney for 3rd. Four laps in, 4 laps to go for this pre-final. We'll also have the Honda Kit Kart momentarily. That will be an 8-lap race as well. Price and Bowman, that's a 1-2. Oh, a little bit of a defensive move in the turn number 7. I believe that's a battle for 6th place between Bass and Yearly. Going to watch them into turn number 1 on the far end of the screen as Yearly trying to look to the inside. They're side by side. That's for 7th place between Bass and Yearly. And it looks like that Yearly has gotten around Bass, so to move Yearly up to 6th place. 2 laps ago, Peanut Price logged the fastest lap of the race so far. And to turn number 6. Price may have one more shot at him as they come around down the front straightaway. White flag is down, 1 lap to go. 2 leaders working their way through turn number 1. Bowman just has Price's number so far. Peanut Price, your points leader. As they come around to get the checker flag here momentarily. And there it is, checker flag, pre-final win for Samuel Bowman, Peanut Price 2nd. And provisionally 3rd will be Jackson Wolney unless Vaughn Price has anything. No, Price will finish 4th, Wolney 3rd. So an interesting first lap spin from Vaughn Price, Kyle.
Yeah, no, definitely interesting. What I want to talk about is Samuel Bowman.
That was a good race from him.
Fantastic race. Now, Samuel has been out here. He is practicing. Same with the Price boys as well. Peanut and Vaughn Price. They've been out here practicing quite a bit, but Samuel Bowman has just been dominating in this series, but don't count out the Price guys, and also Jackson Woolney. He's kind of a newcomer to this series as well and has done extremely well for himself.
And once we get to this Ignite rookie race at 12:23, I think we're going to see a 4 to 5 kart battle raced for
it's not plugged in, right?
The Price boys are going to be tough to reckon with, but I think Bowman may have the setup today. It's going to be interesting to see what happens later on.
Well, going back, I know I'm going to contradict myself here, but also the Prices, like I said, they've been out here testing as well, but I know that they are huge Formula One fans. Peanut has said in years prior that he would like to be a Formula One driver, so that's how they got started in karting. And you know what? With the track record that he's had, he's past champion in the kid karts, has now moved up into the rookie class. So the Prices have a lot of experience, and they're definitely nipping at the heels of Samuel Bowman.
Kid kart in 5 minutes. It's an 8-lap race. We'll be back.
Both of these are full.
I wish I had the some of the graphics going. That's such a nice part of it, but
Yeah, it looks so professional.
it's I had some trouble getting the hardware was glitching out. I just needed to cycle power, but it just killed a lot of time, and I had to ditch the setup that I had already created all night. So.
I have to lower that a bit.
All right, as you are looking at the drone footage, you are witnessing the last two corners, a great bird's eye view of the track, but these are the last two corners. These are, well, dare I say, the most important corners. You want to carry as much speed as possible through these two corners, so that way it sets you up perfectly for that 850-foot-long straightaway and also that finish line, which is ever so important to these racers. Now, looking at the grid, we are getting set up for the kid karts. Again, these are 6 to 8 year old racers, and so they're just getting started. But on pole position is Easton Kabinski. He is quite the character. Always fun to have around in the paddock. He is just non-stop go, go, go for Easton Kabinski, and you'll see that here shortly as they get ready to go out on track.
Smaller transmitter. It's
In
only a
second
500 foot
position
That's just not
is
deep.
Cortez Rhodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there. And
Third looks like Dario Rendina, and fourth is James Kelly. So great field and a great turnout for these early racers. We are just a few minutes away from the green flag in this final pre-final race, should I say, and that will be starting at 11:27.
We're about 2 minutes away, so the field looks like this. It's the 88 Easton Kabinski who will take the inside into turn 1. Cortez Rhodes in the number 6 will be on his outside. Dario Rendina on the 13 will be alongside the 23 of James Kelly. This will be a 8-lap race for the pre-final, and if we've seen, and from what we've seen, I think we're going to see some tight racing here, especially near the end. Now we're going to take a break after that for the open class chase race. We'll go over it again. It's really neat how they do the chase race. One of my favorite races in all of motorsports. And the karts have been released to the circuit. And we're going to call that the Kabinski now on. Easton Kabinski in the 88 alongside Cortez Rhodes in the 6. Dario Rendina in the 13 alongside James Kelly in the 23. So the karts are on the course. As the marshals telling these kids to slow down, pack up. This is the final pre-final of the day. Always nice when we see the races move along absolutely smoothly as the kids working their way around turn number 6. Now into turn number 7. Again, we thank you for watching today's live coverage of kart race number 5 here at the Kart Circuit Autobahn. All right, green flag gets out. As looks like we are now still side by side, 2 by 2. Cortez Rhodes with a little bit of an edge into turn number 1, but Kabinski, Easton Kabinski that is, he gets up to the lead. And going to have to contend with, looks like, Rendina, I believe, in the 13. Well, let's see where they're at after this. As Easton Kabinski has opened up a huge lead so far. It's going to be Easton Kabinski, Dario Rendina, James Kelly, and Cortez Rhodes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A little bit of a spin out of Rhodes in turn number 1, but he's back underway.
Oh, it is? I've only got that one he's running. Just got the other turn.
So Kabinski in a class of his own right now as he comes around turn number 6 and into 7. This should give Rhodes a chance to kind of focus in and get ready for the final race. A good battle for second place as Rendina and Kelly. Looks like they're going to figure out who's going to sit in row number 1 alongside whoever wins. Of course, this is still a long race for these kids. We will see halfway home this time by. Looks like that Rendina taking a wide line out of turn number 7. See if that gives Kelly a chance to catch up. As it looks like he's a little closer this time by, but still not letting anything happen in turn number 1. Easton Kabinski coming across the line. He'll get halfway this time by. 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. And Rendina opened up a little bit bigger gap this time. 1.5 seconds separates Rendina from Kelly. About a 15 to 20 car length gap through 1, 2, and into 3. Tell you what though, Cortez Rhodes taking this time to learn the track and see what he can do to get just a little bit faster as he logs the second fastest time of the race so far. 3 laps in. To go, I should say. 3 laps to go, 5 laps in. The carts are spaced out, 2 laps to go, given to Kabinski by the starter. We'll see these kids back on course at 12:35 for the final race of the day. We'll also have the award ceremony after the finals, so we can kind of move things along just a little bit. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for Easton Kabinski. Just hitting his marks here in this pre-final. As we see Cortez catching up to the 2nd and 3rd place drivers. So a great start for him so far as, like I said, taking this time, learning the track here in the closing stages. After that early race spin, but nonetheless, I think that Cortez might be able to give Kabinski a little bit of trouble here in the final race. Checker flag is out, and Easton Kabinski took it. So provisionally it will be Easton Kabinski and Dario Rendina on the front row, and James Kelly in the 23 and Cortez Rhodes in row 4. Watch out for Rhodes in the final. We're going to take a quick break ourselves. Kyle will be here to give us some nuggets throughout the race. And get ready for the first final of the day. And that's going to be the Open Class Chase Race.
Receiver still powered on.
guys just have the drone like hovering over there?
Yeah.
Because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be out on track, middle, like kind of to the start stand almost.
Yeah.
And I'll be releasing carts. They're gonna be lined up,
Yeah.
like nose to tail. There's only 4 of them.
Yep.
But in case you wanted to move the drone over, kind of
start.
Yeah, for the start, and then you can pull back when they're all released.
Okay.
But
So you're thinking like position it right over the
Yeah, I'm
main
thinking-
straightaway?
yeah, on the main straightaway here, but maybe 50 feet in from that pole. Like you'll see where I'm standing, you'll
Okay.
see where all the carts are.
Okay. And then just looking upstream.
Look downstream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
So you can see me releasing them. Or whatever. You guys are the experts. However, you know it looks.
No, it's
Cool.
good to have the heads up of what's going on. Or
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep. So this is the only time that we're really doing that. After this, it's going to be just the standard. You know what we've been doing all day.
Yep. What is that in like 5-10 minutes? You're doing that?
5 minutes. Yep.
We're on the last battery, short battery right now.
Okay.
How many more?
Oh, if I knew that. Oh shit.
We're charging one, so.
Oh, if I'd known that, I would have charged my drone. I've got a Mavic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I've got 3 batteries.
Next time.
Um,
Once we get going, I'll be picking up some.
is there any way we can get some sort of graphics up there? I just talked to Mike and Greg and Nate. So if we can get something up there, you know, specifically timing would be fantastic. Timing's not going to happen? Okay.
I'm running the file so that I can look at it. I'm connected to the timing system. So it should be grabbing the data. That's something that takes a lot of time.
Okay.
I've got it set up in a configuration I was working on yesterday, but I have to turn everything off to get through it. So we lose the live stream. I can try and put in some like Autobahn graphics and some titles and stuff like
Driver's names?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want it to come down to do that, or?
Probably not. Well, I mean, maybe for like a minute. Start.
Oh, because it's for this race. Are we outputting the drone footage right now?
I'll be right back.
Can I check the screen?
Yeah.
Check the battery like 32%. So leave it in the air. Yeah, because 8 minutes. It's counting down, right? The 5. I'm worried that they're going to take, it says 8 minutes of flight time remaining. They take 6.5 minutes to. I think there's another battery. It's got 3 out of 4 lights flashing. I think there's more juice in that one. More than 30%.
Get out of here.
The third light is flashing.
50 to 75.
So I should probably swap